Now the first question that given in the test was find the point coordinates of the point which divides A and B in the ratio 2:3. Simple direct application of formula. How do we find the value of x? mx2 that is 2, mx2 that is 2 into 4 plus nx1 that is 3 into minus 1 by m plus n. So 2 plus 3. So 2 4s are 8, minus into plus minus 3 by 5. 8 minus 3 is 5, 5 by 5 that is 1. So we got x coordinate as 1. Now similarly y coordinate my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So we get 2 into y2 is minus 3 plus n that is 3 into y1 is 7 by m plus n. So what do we get? Minus 6 plus 21 by 5. Minus 6 plus 21 is 15 by 5 that is equal to 3. So we got the y coordinate as 3. So what is the point? 1, 3. Alright guys, the second question in the test was find the points of trisection of line joining A 7, minus 2 and B 1, minus 5. Now trisection, what does it mean? Dividing into 3 equal parts. So let this point be P, let this point be Q. Now when it's dividing into 3 equal parts, what is the ratio of each? There will be 1:1:1. Alright. Now how do we find point P? We need two coordinates, right? Coordinates of 2 points. So we know coordinates of A and B. So how do we find P? This part will be in the ratio 1 and this whole thing will become ratio 2. So if you ignore this, what is the ratio of this to this? 1:2. Have you understood? This is 1:1:1. So this is to whole thing will be 1:2. So now we know the ratio 1:2 for point P. Point P divides the line in the ratio 1:2. So we can find the coordinates of point P. Let it be x1, x and y. Now how do we get it? X equal to mx2 that is 1 into 1 plus n that is 2 into x1 that is 7 by m plus n that is 1 plus 2. So we get 1 plus 14 by 3 that is 15 by 3 which is nothing but 5. So we got the value of x coordinate as 5. Now same way y coordinate, what will it be? Y coordinate for this m into y2 that is 1 into minus 5 plus n into y1 that is 2 into minus 2 whole by m plus n. So what do we get? Minus 5 minus 4 by 3. So this becomes minus 9 by 3 which is nothing but 3 1s are 3 3s are. So we get minus 3. So now we got y coordinate as minus 3. So we have found the coordinates of one point of trisection. Now to find the coordinates of this point of trisection. Now there are two ways you can do it once you find the value of P. Now let's say we had not found the value of P. What would it be? This entire thing would be 2. This entire thing would be 1. So this point is dividing this line in the ratio 2:1 and we could have used this formula and found the value of Q. But there is a faster way. How? See, now we have found the value of P, right? That is 5, minus 3. Now what is the ratio between this and this? 1:1, which means what? Q is the midpoint of PB, right? So we can use midpoint formula for PB and find the value of Q. So because we can ignore this because we know the coordinates of this now, right? So we can take this as the midpoint and find the values of Q by using midpoint formula. So what do we get? Let this be x and y now. So what will be x? X will be x1 plus x2 by 2 that is 5 plus 1 by 2 that is 6 by 2 that is 3. So we got the value of x coordinate as 3. Similarly y will be y1 plus y2 by 2 that is minus 2 minus 5 by 2, right? Sorry, not minus 2. We have to see this. So it is minus 3 minus 5 by 2. So minus 8 by 2 that is minus 4. So what are the coordinates of this point? 3 comma minus 4. So I hope you guys have understood this question properly. If they had told you 4 equal parts, how would you have solved? If they had told you 4 equal parts, let's say, easy way to solve. There are many ways you could have solved this. If it is divided into 4 equal parts, means what? This is 1:1:1:1. But if it is 4 equal parts, if you realize this much is 2, this much is 2. So this becomes the midpoint of these two. So you can find this using midpoint formula for these 2 points. Once you find this, you can find this by using it as midpoint of these two, and this you can use as midpoint of these two. Or if you want to do longer way, you could have also done like this. This much would have been 1 and the entire thing would have been 3. So this point is dividing the whole thing in the ratio 1:3, like that also. But whenever possible, if you can use midpoint formula, use it, because it is direct and simple. Alright guys, the next question in the test, they have told you to find the coordinates of P dividing the line A -2, -2 and B 2, -4, and they have given us AP equal to 3/7 AB. So now how do we do? Now AP is equal to 3/7 AB. So AP by AB equal to 3/7. I transpose this here. Now AP by AB can be written as AP is to AB equal to 3:7. So AP, that is this much, is 3, and AB, that is this much, is 7, right? So how much will be this? 7 minus 3. So this will become 4 parts, right? So what is the ratio? P divides 3:4. I hope you guys have understood how we got this. AP is to AB is 7, this is 7, this is 3. So what is remaining? 7 minus 3, that is 4. So the ratio in which P divides this line is 3:4. Now let x be the x coordinate of point P. Directly using mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, we can find the value. So m x2, this into this side, plus n, that is 4, this into this side, into -2 by 3 plus 4. So we get 6 minus 8 by 7, that is -2 by 7. Now we got a ratio fraction as the coordinate. So I'll double check. M into x2 plus n into x1 by m plus n, correct? 6 minus 8 by 7, which is -2 by 7. So this is correct. Now similarly, y coordinate, m into y2, 3 into -4 plus n, that is 4, into y1, that is -2 by m plus n, that is 3 plus 4. So next is 3 into -12 minus 8 by 7. So we get -20 by 7. Again we have got a fraction, so I'll double check. 3 into -4 plus 4 into -2 by 3 plus 4. So everything is correct, which means these are the coordinates, -2 by 7 and -20 by 7. Alright guys, now the fourth question in the test, they had said line joining A, that is 3, -4 and B 1, -2 is trisected at these 2 points. So the moment they say trisected, what do you remember? 1:1:1. Alright, and they have given coordinates as P, -2 and 5/3, Q. So we have to find values of P and Q. Now how do we find values of P and Q? See, there are 2 ways again. If you are taking only this point and ignoring, this will be in the ratio 1:2, right? But P is what? Midpoint of AQ. So I'll take these 2 points and directly find using midpoint formula. So P is x coordinate. What is midpoint formula for x coordinate? x1 plus x2 by 2. So directly I can find P equal to, since this is the midpoint of AQ, this is 1:1. So P will be midpoint. We get x1, that is 3, plus x2, that is 5/3 by 2. x1 plus x2 by 2. So here again we have to take LCM into 3 into 3. So we get 9 plus 5 by 3 by 2. Now 9 plus 5 is 14. And 3 comes down, it becomes 3 into 2, that is 6. So denominator always goes up or down, right? So this 3 will come down and it becomes 2 into 3, 6. So 3, 2 3s are 2 7s are. So what is the coordinate of P? 7 by 3. Easy. Same way to find Q, I'll consider these 2 points. Q is the midpoint of P and B. So directly using midpoint formula, I can take y1 plus y2, that is minus 2 plus 2 by 2. So that is equal to 0 by 2, which is 0. So the Q coordinate is 0 and we found P coordinate as 7 by 3. See guys, I can use midpoint formula. Why? Because here we have to find x coordinate, and for this point and this point we know x coordinate. Let's say instead of this it would have been q comma 5 by 3. In that case I wouldn't have been able to use midpoint. Why? Because we didn't know this, as well as we wouldn't have known x coordinate. In that case I would have to take 1:2 and solve it. But whenever possible, if you can use midpoint formula, use it, because you can solve it directly. Otherwise there is no problem. You can always use this as 1:2, right? Because this is 1 plus 1 becomes 2. So the ratio it will divide is 1:2. Similarly for Q, if you take this much as 1, this whole thing would have been 2. So you could have used section formula for 2:1 as well. Alright guys, the next question in the test was A and B are 2 points and the midpoint is C. They have given the coordinates of A as 2a comma 4, C as 1 comma 2a plus 1 and B as minus 2 comma 3b. Always do the drawing, it will be much easier. Now we just have to find values of A and B. Since this is a midpoint, what do we have to use? We have to use midpoint formula. So directly we have this x coordinate is 1 for this. So 1 equal to x1 plus x2, that is 2a plus minus 2, 2a plus minus 2 by 2, right? x1 plus x2 by 2. So we get, I'll transpose this 2 that side. What happens? 2 into 1 becomes 2 equal to 2a minus 2. Now I transpose this minus 2 on that side, it becomes 2 plus 2, 4 equal to 2a. So a equal to 4 by 2. So a is equal to 2. So we found the value of A. Now to find the value of B. B is in y coordinate, so we have to use formula for y coordinate. What is y coordinate here? 2a plus 1 equal to y1, that is 4, plus y2, that is 3b by 2. But we have already found the value of A, right? So instead of A, we can write 2 into 2 plus 1 equal to 4 plus 3b by 2. So 2 2s are 4, 4 plus 1 5 equal to 4 plus 3b by 2. Now when I transfer to that side, it becomes into, so 5 into 2, 10 equal to 4 plus 3b. Now transpose 4 that side, it becomes 10 minus 4 equal to 3b. So 10 minus 4 is 6 equal to 3b. So b will be equal to 6 by 3. So 3 comes down. So b will be equal to 2. So we found the values of A and B. They had asked us to find the ratio in which point P divides the line joining AB. Here we have to find the ratio. If you remember, whenever we have to find the ratio, what do we take? Let the ratio be k is to 1. We have to assume the ratio is k is to 1. Now can we use x coordinate to find k? Okay, here since the unknown given here is k, what we'll do is we'll assume that the ratio is a is to 1. You can use any variable for that, a, k, anything. Generally in your books they assume it as k is to 1, so that's why I do it. But you can take it as anything, m is to 1, n is to 1, l is to 1. So I'll assume it's dividing in the ratio a is to 1. Now can we use x coordinate? No. Why? Because x coordinate of P is unknown. So we have to use y coordinate of P, that is 6. What is the y coordinate of P? M into y2, that is a into 8 plus n into y1, that is 1 into 3 by m plus n, that is a plus 1. So we get 6 equal to a into 8, 8a plus 3 by a plus 1. I transpose a plus 1 this side, 6 into a plus 1 equal to 8a plus 3. This becomes 6a plus 6 equal to 8a plus 3. Now I will transpose 8a this side, so it becomes 6a minus 8a equal to 3 minus 6 by transposing 6 on other side. So I get minus 2a equal to minus 3. So what do I get? Minus minus sign will cancel. I'll get a is equal to 3 by 2. So A is equal to 3 by 2, which means the ratio is 3 by 2 by 1, which means the ratio is 3 is to 2. So now we found the ratio in which it is dividing. But what was the question they had asked? They had asked us to find the value of k. They had not actually asked us to find the ratio in which it divides. Now we have found the ratio in which it divides. So now we can find the value of k. K is x coordinate. So x coordinate is m into x2, that is 3 into 2 plus n into x1, that is 2 into minus 4 by m plus n, that is 3 plus 2. So we get k equal to 6 minus 8 by 5. So we get k equal to minus 2 by 5. So again I'll double check because we got fraction. K equal to m into x2, that is 3 into 2 plus n into x1, that is 2 into minus 4 by m plus n. So everything is correct here. So the value of k is minus 2 by 5. Now the next question in the test was, find the coordinate, in what ratio does x-axis divide the line joining A and B. So now what are the coordinates of any point on x-axis? It is x comma 0. The value of y on x-axis will always be 0, if you remember from previous modules. So the value y coordinate will always be 0. Now to find in which ratio it divides, what do we have to do? Let the ratio be k is to 1. Now can we use x coordinate? No, because x is unknown. So we have to use y coordinate, that is 0. Y coordinate is equal to m into y1, that is y2, k into 6 plus n into y1, that is 1 into minus 3 by m plus n. Now when I transpose this k plus 1 this side, it becomes 0 into k plus 1, which is nothing but 0, equal to 6k minus 3. Now I take minus 3 on that side, it becomes 3 plus 3 equal to 6k. So k equal to 3 by 6. So k equal to 1 by 1s are 2s are. So now we got value of k as 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is to 1. 1 by 2 by 1, that is 1 by 2. So the ratio is 1 is to 2. So now we found in what ratio it divides. Now they have asked us to find the coordinates of the point, this point as well. Now since we know the ratio in which it divides, we can find the coordinate of x. So x equal to m into x2, that is 1 into 5 plus n into x1, that is 2 into 2 whole by m plus n, that is 2, sorry. Alright, so we get 5 plus 4 by 3, so 9 by 3, which is nothing but 3. So the coordinate of x is 3. So what is the point? 3 comma 0. Alright, the next question, what they told was g minus 2 comma 1 is the centroid of triangle ABC, where a is 1 comma minus 6 and b is minus 5 comma 2, and we have to find the third vertex. Very simple problem, just apply the centroid formula. So what is the x coordinate of centroid is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. What is the value of x? Minus 2 equal to, let's take this as x1, this as x2, and this will be x3 by 3. So we get 3 when I transpose, minus 2 into 3, minus 6. It becomes 1 minus 5 plus x. So minus 6 equal to minus 4 plus x. When I transpose minus 4 this side, it becomes minus 6 plus 4 equal to x. Minus 4 becomes plus 4. So minus 6 plus 4, x equal to minus 2. So we got x coordinate. Similarly, what is y coordinate of centroid? y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So what is y1? Equal to minus 6 plus 2 plus y by 3. Transpose 3 on the other side, 1 into 3, we get 3 equal to minus 6 plus 2, minus 4 plus y. Minus 4 when I transfer this side, it becomes plus 4. So 3 plus 4 equal to y. So y equal to 7. So what is the coordinate of this point? Minus 2. So what are the coordinates? Minus 2 comma 7. So this is how we found third vertex. Very easy problem. Just have to apply centroid formula. Alright guys, the next question, they have told you A, B, CD are vertices of a rectangle. Always take it in cycle. And they have told you PQRS are midpoints. And we have to prove that PQRS, the line joining PQRS will form a rhombus. Now how do you prove something is a rhombus? By proving that all four sides are equal. Now, before we find that, we have to find the values of P. Since P is midpoint, it's very easy to find. We can do it orally. Midpoint, what is x coordinate? x1 plus x2 by 2. So minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 2 minus 2 by 2 minus 1. Right? Similarly, y coordinate, y2 plus y1 plus y2 by 2. So 1 plus, sorry, it is minus 1 over here. The coordinate given is minus 1. So y1, that is minus 1 plus 4, right? Minus 1 plus 4 is 3 by 2. So you get 3, this as 3 by 2. Minus 1 plus 4 by 2. So we get 3 by 2. Here q coordinate, how do we get? Again finding midpoint. So 5 minus 1, 4 by 2, 2. Midpoint of y coordinate will be y1 plus y2, that is 4 plus 4, 8 by 2, that is 4. Similarly, midpoint of this, x coordinate 5 plus 5, that is 10 by 2, that is 5. Then y coordinate minus 1 plus 4 by 2, that is 3 by 2. Right? Similarly, this x coordinate x1 plus x2, 5 minus 1, 4 by 2, 2. And y1 plus y2 by 2, that is minus 1, that is minus 2 by 2, minus 1. So we got all the midpoints, coordinates of all the midpoints. Now all we have to do is find the distances. So we'll start with PQ. PQ will be what? Root of x2 minus x1. So 2 minus minus 1 whole square plus y2 minus y1, that is 3 whole square. So what do we get here? 2 minus of minus 1, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 square is 9 plus 4 minus 3 by 2. 4 minus 3 by 2. Here by 1 into 2 into 2. So you get 8 minus 3 by 2, that is 5 by 2. 5 by 2 whole square becomes 25 by 4. Right? I am doing it a little fast. I hope you have done the calculations properly. Now we have to take LCM again here into 4 into 4. So we get 36 plus 25 by 4. So 36 plus 25, 6 plus 5, 11, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. So we get root 61 by 4. So splitting, we can write it as root 61 by root 4. That will become root 61 by 2. So we got value of PQ as root 61 by 2. Now we can find, we'll find QR. So QR equal to root of x2 minus x1. So 5 minus 2 whole square plus y2, that is 3 by 2 minus y1, that is 4 whole square. So again we get 5 minus 2, 3. 3 square is 9 plus 3 by 2 minus 4. So by 1 into 2 into 2. So we get 3 minus 8 by 2. So that is minus 5 by 2. But it will become minus 5 by 2 whole square. Minus into minus becomes plus. 5 by 2 whole square becomes 25 by 4. So we get 9 plus 25 by 4, just like how we got here. So if you see here, we got the same thing here. So when we calculate, we'll get the same answer, root 61 by 2. When we simplify and calculate, because same thing we got here. Similarly, if you check for RS and SP, you will again get root 61 by 2. Thus, you will get PQ equal to QR equal to RS equal to RSP, which is all 61 by 2. Hence, PQ, since all four sides are equal, it is a rhombus. Alright guys, the last question in the test, what they had given you was PQ intersects x-axis and y-axis. Okay, at some point. So what will, let's say P is intersecting x-axis, what will be the coordinates? X comma 0. On x-axis, y value is always 0. And let's say Q was intersecting on y-axis. What will be the coordinates? 0 comma y. Because y on y-axis, x is always 0. And then they have given this point 2 comma minus 5 is the midpoint of PQ. And we have to find the values of coordinates of P and Q. Very simple. using midpoint formula. So x is x coordinate, x equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. So x1 plus x2. So x plus 0 by 2. So 2 carries that side. So it becomes x equal to 2 into 2, that is 4. So we got coordinate of x, we got x value of x. So we got the coordinate of line cutting x axis. Now to find coordinate of y. What is y coordinate in the midpoint? Minus 5. So y equal to y1 plus y2. So 0 plus y by 2. So 2 goes that side, we get minus 10 equal to y. So we got coordinates of this. So what are the two coordinates? X comma p coordinate is x comma 0, that is 4 comma 0, and q coordinate is 0 comma y, that is 0 comma minus 10. Now we got the value of x for this and y for this. Hence what are p and q coordinates? X comma 0, that is 4 comma 0, and q coordinates are 0 comma y, that is 0 comma minus 10. Very simple problem.